Hello beautiful people, and thank you for joining me again today for one of my videos in my 30-day video challenge. Today I wanted to speak a little bit more about nutrition. So I touched in an earlier video on fructose and how cutting out fructose, or cutting out sugar is easier to say, has a massive impact on your health, particularly if you are suffering from any kind of autoimmune disease, fibromyalgia, adrenal, thyroid issues, anything like that. You will massively benefit from cutting out sugar, and I know that from my personal experience. When I was first diagnosed, I did have a relatively healthy diet already, and I already didn't eat any lactose or any gluten, but I still ate sugar, and I am a bit of a sweet tooth. So that was something that I noticed made the biggest impact on my health and really got a lot of my function back, was the cutting out of the sugar. But it's not an easy road, so it is something that is much easier to do if you have the support of, I don't know, like a health coach maybe, who can definitely guide you through and give you all of the nutritional information that you need, as well as the support that you need. Cutting out sugar, I think the concept behind it, apart from the fact that there is a lot of scientific evidence based on how it is causing disease and particularly is causing a lot of weight issues and weight gain, is that the concept behind it is also it causes inflammation in the body. And wherever there is inflammation in the body, there is disruption and there is chaos and there is unhappiness in very high levels. So whatever you can do for yourself to reduce inflammation in your system is always going to be something that your body thanks you for later or instantly. So another thing, as I mentioned, I had cut out gluten a long time before I got diagnosed with my illnesses. I had cut that out because I've always had digestive issues as well, and I would like to put it out there that if you are somebody who is a particularly overthinky person, like me, is a little bit of a stress head, is always on the go, then you are most likely going to be somebody who suffers from digestive issues, and that is because you are always trying to function in that fight or flight state rather than the lovely rest and digest state. Now, obviously, life is stressful and you can't get away from stressful things in life, and that's where I have had to bring tools into my life to calm my farm, like yoga and like meditation and like mindfulness, and just really trying to concentrate on being present. I used to take a lot of joy out of experiences by sitting there on, say, a beautiful beach and going, what am I cooking for tea? What do I have to do tomorrow before I go to work? Those sorts of things. So all of those kind of overthinky people are probably going to be people that have digestive issues as it is, because their body is always in go mode rather than rest and digest. And if you're not in rest and digest very often, then you're not going to digest things very well or properly, and you're going to have things like irritable bowel syndrome or just yucky digestive situations going on. For me, I started to notice that. I actually did have irritable bowel syndrome, and I was tested for celiac, found that I didn't have celiac disease, but that I was very intolerant to gluten, so I'd had to cut that out as well. I also did this without any support, and it was a very hard road to go down. A lot of reading the back of packets and all this, fine writing in the supermarket and that sort of thing. But I would also strongly recommend that if you do have digestive issues or you are suffering from any of the autoimmune kind of illnesses, that your body may definitely benefit from cutting out gluten. Now, if you can cut out fructose, quite often you naturally cut out a lot of forms of gluten anyway. Sugar is in bread, so there goes your bread. Sugar is in cakes, so so all of those things that quite often have gluten in them, like baked goods and pastries and things, have also got sugar in them, so they kind of go hand in hand. And I'd like to stress that in my program of looking after you as a health coach, it's not a whole big list of no's, and it's not a whole big list of you can't have that anymore, and that's gone and that's gone. What is one person's food is another person's poison. So for me, it is all about concentrating on what your body needs right now and what your body benefits from and thrives on, and what it does not thrive on and what is not serving it right now. So it's all a process, and it's all very, very individualised, but I think everybody is much, much better off and much more healthy without sugar in their lives or fructose in their lives, and a lot of people are a lot better off without gluten as well. So I just wanted to sort of get that out there as well. Gluten, like I said, can be found in lots of baked goods, anything that uses flours. It's also in pizzas, like pizza bases anyway. Uh, but these days there is a lot more on the market in terms of gluten-free products, and when you kind of come back to basics, which is what I recommend for everybody, where you're doing your basic meats, or for vegetarians, get your form of protein in there with your tofus and your nuts and your beans and things, lots and lots of veggies, some good fruits, then you don't actually have to worry too much about reading the fine print, because there is no fine print, because you're getting it out of a garden, or you're getting it straight from the greengrocers, or it doesn't come in a packet with 15 ingredients in it and 20,000 preservatives in it, and it's all just natural, fantastic, delicious stuff that nature put there for us that didn't need to be put into a plastic wrapper. So it sounds intimidating to start with, but it's in my program. It's a gradual process, and it's always a gradual process of checking out something that you know is not serving you and crowding it out with something that is serving you. And once you've crowded that out, then we do the next step and the next step. And it's a slow process, but it's an amazing process, and it's an evolving and empowering process, because you start to get your health back one step at a time. And I just wanted to sort of get the information out there that gluten might be also something that's hindering your health, or particularly hindering your digestive health. And yeah, it just might be something that's worth keeping in mind. And maybe, again, if you're suffering from any of those conditions and would like some support in tidying up your nutrition and just really reclaiming your health and creating a life that you absolutely love, then maybe a health coach is somebody that you need. So please check out my website, and please share this video with the world, like it for me, and tag anybody that might benefit from this video, or that might resonate with this video, and just have a bright, sunshiny day until I see you next. Thanks for joining me. Bye.